So a really good YouTuber right now is Joshua White. He takes, you know, huge corporate fucking sandwiches and food and shit and then makes it better. And I really like that channel a lot. So I decided to kind of do something similar in this channel. So today I'm gonna take T.I.'s What You Know and try to make it better. You're probably wondering, Alex, how the fuck are you gonna make a rap song better? You don't even rap. Really what I want to focus on is the drums and production of the music back then. So I was reminiscing on some old music, you know, going back to the shit I listened to when I was a kid, just to like see where my mind was at the time. And it was really fun. I ran into the song and I was like, man, I fuck with this song, dude. What you know about that? And then it dropped and I was like, yo, like this beat, like the fuck, like it's all the way in the back and shit. I can't even hear the kick. And if you know me, you know I like transient ass, fucking punchy ass drums. Before we get started, let me show you what the original song sounds like. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but what I'm saying is it could be better, you know? This shit could be harder. Let me show you how I did that real quick. So first I started with a kick. Obviously I wanted to have a kick that follows along the original one, but it's like way more thumpier, you know, way more punchier and thumpier and just way more stronger.
Very way more stronger.
I can't believe that joke still holds up in 2020, bro. This motherfucker is a legend. Whatever you want to say about him, you still talk about this motherfucker. So I went in and replaced all the, wait, shit, hold on. Before I did that, I channeled the original song to a mixer track and I put a low pass filter on it. Now, what I did was I went here and I chose this preset here that makes two bands that completely cut out the opposite ends of the spectrum. So now what I'm gonna do is automate this frequency knob right here, this one right here, and what's happening is it's letting all the bass through at first, but as it gets to that drop, all that sub and bass frequency is gone. That way when I put my own kick and bass and shit, it won't get all fucked up. The kick I chose, and as well as all the other drums and effects, are coming from Hybrid Bass Volume 1, and this one's called Bubblin'. So I pretty much just wrote down the same pattern as the one on the song. But yeah, this kick is just, you know, just punchier and shit. And you know what? So this kick is actually pretty sick, but I want to clean it up a little more. So I'm going to route it here and just maybe remove some of that low mid like that. So that was my first thing, and then I put a fucking snare. And then I put some hats, and these hats are super straightforward. They're just fucking 2 hats every beat, and that's just gonna be the. So that is pretty much the first part. I honestly feel like this already makes such a difference. So after that, I decided to do the 808 because I was like, all right, this shit is sounding dope, but obviously it's missing that rumble, you know? But I didn't want it to be the same rumble as the original. The original one is like this cool, like, and you know what? This is 2006, you know? This is fucking 4 years ago, and a lot of shit has changed in 4 years. The 808 that I chose, I wanted to have more upper harmonics so that it sounds, you know, you can hear it better through these type of speakers, you know, because back then you weren't listening to music on your phone. I don't think so, you know, people didn't give a shit about that, but I do, and also it sounds better. This is the bass that I'm using. It's called Boss. I use this a lot. It's from Hybrid Bass, and what I've actually done here is turned up the low mid, which is also a reason why I turned down the low mid on the kick. I try to be conscious of like what frequencies are going where so that, you know, it sounds clean. Not too many of the same frequencies in the whole track because then it might sound kind of fucked up. So that's pretty much the bass. And what I want to explain though before we continue is the concept of harmonics and what I'm talking about. So right here, a sine wave has this main frequency. But if you look at these colors right here lining up, there are some upper harmonics. So if I want to bring that up in like this sound right here, I could add, you know, saturation even go into this waveform editor in Serum and add upper harmonics. This is the sine wave. And if I wanted to add a little bit upper harmonics up here, then I can turn it up just a tiny bit and see how it's adding over here. It's adding some over here. Maybe I don't want that many. So you could do it like that, or as well as a saturation, such as like wave shaper. See how that adds all of those upper harmonics right there. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what I wanted to explain to you guys, and that's what I meant. If that was actually new shit that you didn't know, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, so this is the 808. Now we got this. Damn, you know what I hear right now? I hear a little hey, hey. Let's go into vocal chants. Yeah, like that. The original one has some actually right there. That's cool. So the next thing I added was a crash, because I was like, okay, like I really want this to drop and feel like, you know, like a release of energy, like boom. You know what I mean? So right there is where I put this crash. I also put hats over here every single kick, because what you know about that? What you know about that? I tried to record the video as I did it on yesterday's upload. I don't know how I feel about that, so I'd rather just do this behind the scenes and then explain it this way. But if you watched the video from yesterday and you watched this one today, let me know in the comments which one you like the most. If you have any new crazy ideas, anything at all, comment them down below and I might do them. I really do read a lot of comments. Alright, so the next part was creating a sidechain channel so that the kick and the snares would be ducked in the original track, so that my kicks and snares will push right through with no problem. I was like, damn, alright, this shit sounds dope, but hey, what the fuck? Like, it still doesn't sound like the release of energy that I wanted. So I was like, let me put a riser and downlifter. But actually my brain was like, let me put a downlifter first. This actually already made it way better. The uplifter barely does anything, but this, and this is just a white noise for my pack that I honestly think it's one of the best white noises ever made, even though like it's just noise. So then I put that uplifter, you know, it's just another one. And I was like, all right. I was like, all right, sick with it, but it's missing something. It's not there just yet. I was like, let's put some fucking snare rolls on that shit. I started a new pattern and I put it at the end here of the loop, because I was like, right here at the end of the loop, it sounds like it could need some drum rolls. Like, they kind of tried something like that on the original one, but it's very like it's minimal, you know, and like I understand that was a style back then. And honestly, this is like pretty fun. Like, you could just sit here and kind of move these around until you get like a groove that you like. I put the pattern there where I showed you, and I pretty much just like listened and was like, where the fuck would this sound cool? Like, right? But I wanted that ticka-dung. So yeah, that sounds fucking sick to me. I put that at the end of both of these sections, and as well as right before the drop, I put that shit. This shit sounds sick, but it's missing one last thing, and I was like, it's a clap on the snare. Like, the snare is nice, but it's too short. It needs a clap, so it just feels like it's, you know, releasing more energy. I don't know why I speak this way, but that's just kind of the term that I like to use. Energy is just everywhere, and it's just a great term to use for like literally anything, because everything is energy. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just put a limiter at the end because it is clipping, obviously, but all I did was turn up the ceiling and turn the saturation down, and this kind of just controls. So let's listen to these side by side and compare them. Okay. Bruh, 14 years ago. This shit was 14 years. I said 4 years ago. Where is my brain? 14 years ago this song came out. And this is the new version that hopefully will get me hyped up as much as I was when I was a little kid listening to this. You know what else is hype? B-roll. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys like this type of video, make sure you're liking it. If you don't like it, leave another idea in the comments and I'll try it out. If you made it this far into the video, here's a 10% discount for Hybrid Bass Volume 1, the sample pack that I used to make this shit. So anyway, T.I., what's up? Trying to work or what? Or have some fun? Is that? Not in like a sexual way. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next shit. Peace.